Hello, Juan.
Hey,
Hey, first of all, thank you very much for doing this.
hey, no problem. I know you needed some more time to finish up this whole 24-hour thing, so I figured I would help.
Thank you, man. So, first of all, I want to ask you how much time you have for this, so I don't get in your way.
Oh, what was that? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said, how much time do you have available for this, so I don't get on your way?
Oh, no, you're good. I would say probably about maybe 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, man. Thank you,
I'm
man.
out, the only thing is I'm using my friend's computer. I'm at his place right now, so
Oh,
I don't
thank you.
know how long. Yeah, but I figured I was here, so I might as well would help you guys out.
Awesome, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So,
Sure.
man, we have the best Jigglypuff in all of the world in Melee. Ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
stop it.
I'll stop it, you zero. Hey, man. So, first of all, man, I want to ask you about your relationship with Armada. Like, what do you think of him as a person, as a competitor, as a personality in the Smash community? Can you give me your general overview on that?
Well, I think it's really cool ever since he first started like playing, and he was the guy from Europe who came along, and a lot of people were doubting Peach and her ability to actually win a national. And then like he just comes along, and we saw, I think it was day one of Genesis One, and he was just destroying all these kids. All the I think they lost to some crew in a crew battle, but he was like the anchor for the international team. He took off like I think 10, 11 stock, and I'm like, wow, that's one of the fastest Peaches I've ever seen. And next thing I know, this guy's running through Shizwiz and Lunin and Mango. And then he made it to grand finals. That was the most insane stuff. That's why that tournament has such a legacy, is because a guy who was potentially a no name is coming. Well, no name to most of you Americans that had never even heard of the guy, but in Europe he was already really good. And for him to come and just do that was really awesome. So I have a lot of respect for him. One of my favorite players out there. Um, Kind of just are heartened that he's going. He's doing a lot more. I think Fox now against Fox because I really enjoy watching his Peach. Just incredible player for sure.
Right. And what do you think of him as a more as an more about his attitude, perhaps, or the way he does his work, or the way he goes about Smash, perhaps?
Oh, like how he is as a person.
Yes, or the way he
Oh,
goes about Smash, because Dr. P gave me a really interesting answer because he thinks that Armada is very, very rigid as a person and as a player.
well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of times personality does come into play into Smash Bros. Depending on how much victory matters to you. And of course, at top level, we all want to win really, really badly. But a lot of the times, people they want to challenge themselves. Maybe if Armada wins a tournament, I think I can see him as the kind of guy saying, "Okay, I won, but how can I win better?" I think he's a guy who just never wants to stop improving, which is a really notable, respectable thing. But it's also very hard to succeed, levels like that at a top level. And he just does it very well. He always figures out ways to improve and studies his errors and learns from everything he does. So he's very efficient in that sense.
Hmm. So you've been around for a while. Greatly, you're one you're one of the oldest veterans that the game can offer. And so, when was the first time you started doing Smash competitively? Your
What's
first
funny,
tournament.
yeah. What's funny is that you might call me a veteran, but I know there's a lot of people who are way older than me. Back
Well,
when like
we have the new ones, the new
yeah,
school players. Then we have the veterans, and then we have the dinosaurs.
yeah, the dinosaurs. The way I see it, like the dinosaurs were like before Brawl came out, maybe that whole time MLG Golden Era, and then I guess now I'm part of the new old school because like I'm included in all these players who have been playing since like '07. But I got good perhaps more recently. Like I started placing higher more recently, and once that happened, and then PM came out, that kind of inspired a whole new influx of players into Melee, and of course documentary. And this is the true new school right now. All these up and coming players. You got your Wiz Robes, and you got your Gravies, and Amsa. Just incredible talent in this game coming out of nowhere. And it's exciting because people are always pushing the envelope, and eventually someone's going to break it. And I can't wait.
Are you in some way waiting for someone to pick up Jigglypuff as well, and maybe show a different aspect of the character that you don't go over?
Uh, I hope it never happens ever.
Never.
I hope it doesn't. I don't. I would much rather see like a low tier character, you know. are maybe mid tier. Falcon's always interesting, but I don't know. Puff is just a different category for me. I'm very when I see Puffs, I'm always thinking, why aren't they doing this? How come they're not doing that? And it's a character needs a certain finesse to watch for sure. But I'd much rather see like a really good low tier player push all the previous boundaries that we thought we had about a character.
What is a character that you would like to see more from?
Um, I would definitely say Yoshi. I want to see more from Luigi, like the plumbers and stuff. And I want to see someone do something just absolutely amazing and show-stopping with. I was thinking either Roy, because that would be amazing. Because I think he's one of the worst characters in the game. Actually, I think he's horrible. I think Roy is like, ugh, he's just really terrible. But in Game and Watch would be pretty cool too. There's a Kuya named Game and Watch in Florida, and he's like always using low tiers. He's using like Game Watch and Kirby, and just taking games usually off some pretty good players. So it's always incredible to watch someone like that. It's just very difficult, and some people also agree that like with given enough like time and effort put into a top tier player or character, like you can only push a character so far at the low tier. Whereas Fox, Falco, Sheik, Marth, Jigs, Falcon, always pushing, going further. There's no limit to it.
I'm actually surprised you didn't mention Ness because you actually play Ness, so I'm surprised in that one. Is that
That's
because
just
you think? Is that because you think you're the best Ness? Oh.
I think if not the best, one of the best. I put a lot of time into that character, and I was able to beat some pretty good players, and mainly exhibitions and friendlies. I don't use it in tournament very often, um, but Ness, he has a lot of limits. He has like the fact that he has a really bad grab range and not a good shield. Recovery is iffy. I can still take games off people, and that's great. But he's easy to figure out, and he only has so many things he can do. But the fact that he can double jump cancel always makes it interesting. See, the fact of the matter is, I jump with up, and if I jump with up, I can use I can use X, so up X and then Z to do a shuffle aerial, and it's like extremely fast and very simple to do in that style. So I know like if I jumped with Y, I probably couldn't figure it out how to do it from there, but like in general, I can figure out a lot of things. You can do back airs very low to the ground. You can do shuffled up airs in a few frames, shuffle nairs and all that. A lot of cool down air combos. It's really cool. So he's always fun to mess around with. But for the most part, I'm at the audacity to admit that he might not be viable at top level play.
I see, I see. I was actually a big fan of Ness. I tried to main him in Melee and in Brawl, but it didn't really give me any results, so I had to.
He was my first main actually in Melee. I went to Ness and then Jigs and then Dr. Mario and then Jigs, and that's when I started getting good.
I went from Ness. No, I went from Fox and Falco to Ness to Falco to Fox currently,
Yeah.
and in Brawl I went from Ness. I participated in this 80-person tournament with Ness, and I got chain grabbing in grand finals. I didn't know what to do because you know you know how in Brawl you can grab Ness and then you grab release him, and
Yeah,
then
he
you
has
grab
like
him
those
again.
infinite grabs and
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yes, so I just got destroyed. I had no idea you can even do it. This is the first day Brawl came out. How? Oh my god,
It's
death!
crazy. It's crazy. Getting combo to that extent is always like, what am I doing wrong? And then you realize that player is just doing a lot of things right instead, and that's kind of the way to look at it.
So then I got salty and my sodium levels were pretty high. So
Yeah. Yes.
I went over to Ice Climbers and Brawl.
Uh,
I made them for 2 years still before they were even popular. I
you're
s-
you're a terrible person.
eh,
Don't. I hate ice climbers in that game. It's very difficult.
I know, I know. And then my friend's like, "Yo, you should play Meta Knight. He feels like melee." Okay, pick up Meta Knight. Oh man, ever since then.
I that's why I use them Brawl as day to day. But why are we talking about Brawl? There's so much better things to talk about.
Yeah. So one question I really want to ask you about is what is your well, not your thoughts, but how is it on Team Curse? Like, talk to me about Team Curse. Curse
Team Curse is
gaming.
yeah, Team Curse from what I've seen is like gonna be like a really cool experience. They signed me actually, I think it was like a week and a half ago, and
Hmm.
then they announced it officially. It was yesterday. But I'm looking forward to it a lot because like now I have like I want to build my own channel. I want to start streaming a lot, and have the opportunity to go to more tournaments, perhaps. Like, and the fact that I'm representing their brand and a lot of the brands that they endorse, Nissan, Alienware, Energems, Cooler Master, all those. Like the fact that I can actually play for those companies and like show like what I can do, my talent on that scale through them is like a really unique experience. Like I've never actually had something like that, and it's like the first time. It's gonna be great. And instead of it might like if you sponsored a player, maybe all that riding on them might be adding pressure, but to me, it just adds like it makes me excited. It gives me much more like positive energy, like about getting better at the game, and like I'm excited. I think I'm going to do really well in upcoming tournaments, and I hope that I can show the beauty of Melee, and I guess a lot of the like what's in the scene, the actual competitive scene and community. I want to show it to them. I want to show like what we're made of and what made us get here to where we are today. And it's a great story to tell. So they're a great audience for it, in my opinion.
That's awesome. Personally, as the manager of Clash tournaments on the player section, the professional player section, I'm actually very happy you got that chance, and I encourage you to do as best the best you can, and hopefully you have a great time where you are, man.
Yeah, and actually, I think Chibo and Curse they really want to work together in the future for sure in terms of spreading creative content. Chibo is going to be sort of a sorts of media manager for any creative content I put out, and so it's going to work out nicely. I think it's gonna a lot of people are going to get exposed to a lot of really great upcoming like new tech found in Melee. And again, people who had never even heard of the competitive scene are going to be able to see it now because of like the way creative content is going to spread between those two teams. So I'm really excited.
Imagine like creating content is so different from back then. Back then, if you wanted to know anything about the game, you had to go on Smashverse and dug up on really long threads and everything. Now you have articles, you have streams, you have videos on YouTube. Man, YouTube wasn't even a thing back in the day.
I know for sure. Like I remember like having to watch my first video in like a really laggy dial-up connection. Not my first term, my first videos, like Ken versus Bomb Soldier,
Oh
and then
my
like
god.
or seeing King when he first came out. Like that's what inspired a lot of us players to get really good. It was me and my buddy Lewis. His tag is Captain Crunch. We played back in 5th grade and 6th grade. We just thought we were really good at the game, and we were like started going to tournaments, got destroyed, and then just watching just a couple of videos and seeing like how cool it was to have like, oh, these guys are playing like a match online. Look at this DK. Look at this Captain Jack guy. He's amazing. Look at Aniki's Link and Bomb Soldier's Falco. Um, it was super cool. And now like here we are. You can click one button and see a man fixing his mic to talk as a commentator on a stream for a bracket that can be viewed live in front of thousands of people with cash prizes and sponsors. Like how do we even get here? It was like great, you know?
It didn't happen overnight, that's for sure. It's been a team effort.
No, it's been a minute for sure. We've been here quite a while, but we earned it. Every one of us earned it.
Yeah, good way to put it. Now, Hungrybox. So what are your plans for the upcoming summer tournaments? Like we have MLG Major League Gaming on June, then we have Evo on July, and also CEO. So what's your plans for all these big tournaments that are coming up?
So like I said, I consider MLG, CEO, and Evo the like three big summer tournaments, and not just like big summer. It's like some of the biggest tournaments, probably of all time. I consider the Smash Olympics, 4 weeks, three internationals basically, and like it's the best man's gonna win, and if one person is do a three-peat, that's it. Like you can call them for the time being the absolute best player there is, and I hope to obtain that title. I really hope to go through the gauntlet of foxes and Dr. Pee and earn that title. I really think I can do it now. And what's neat is like I know in Florida there's a tournament called Don't Fear the Green Missile happening not this Saturday but next Saturday, and it's in I think Palm. It's somewhere near South Florida. But basically, they're giving the top three placers, not including sponsored characters or sponsored players, they're giving them free flights to MLG, and I think free entry and free hotel stay, just for getting top three at this tournament, which was from not long ago, was considered a local. But apparently, these guys have a great two-story venue, and they're outreaching to a lot of players on Facebook and through their stream and through their media. So like I can only imagine that all the other regions around the country, in Cali and like New York, New Jersey, maybe North Carolina, maybe local game centers that are also trying to like, sponsor people and bring them over to MLG. So I'm excited because um, obviously I won't be included in that ticket payout if I do place top three there because I'm sponsored by Curse now. But players like Cobalt, players like Plup, and the third spot, which might go to anyone at that point. There's a lot of good South players. You got pork chops, lamb chops, linguine if he goes, maybe Shiz if he goes. Who knows? There's a lot of good players who could take that third spot. Maybe Gotsu or Wizard as well. And I just know that three of them are going to get to go to MLG. I'm going to compete alongside them. Thankfully, I won the CEO prologue, and so I'll qualify for the final bracket. So a lot of times, me, warming up, practicing, and helping them through the bracket actually. So I want to be there for them. I want to be like maybe an assurance for them, maybe coach them, give them a good mentality during brackets. Because honestly, the only thing that makes me happier than doing good in a tournament is seeing my fellow Floridians do well in a tournament. And like I remember when Cobalt was playing AMSA at Apex, I was torn because obviously I wanted AMSA to go all the way because I called he was going to be an amazing contender for what it's worth, and he was. But then there's Cobalt, who I knew if he won that match, he would be in top 8. The kid I flew here with, and he's just been such a dominant force in Florida. Before I had level him at now, he was just a dominant force. His original title was called "Don't Blink," and that's truly what it was because he was too fast. It was this 14 or 13-year-old fox just styling on kids, and it was great to watch. And that inspired me, and I really wanted to beat him. And I don't even remember the first time I beat him, but I only know it was he beat me probably dozens of times before I took a game off him. So it was really cool achieving that level as well.
That's a great story, man. I really appreciate that you gave a very detailed answer. Very
Thanks.
much appreciated. I also wish you the best of luck in all those events. I'll be at all of them, so I'll make sure to rep up for you. Maybe cheer you up for you in your matches.
I hope everyone goes, every single
Yeah,
person.
yeah. So you say you definitely think you have the chance. Does that mean you have a different outlook on the Fox matchup now?
Um, I believe that I figured out a lot of things that I used to do and didn't really bring back because I figured they weren't being effective anymore. But I started playing with some friends, and I realized they were using kind of maybe ancient strategies that you wouldn't think work, but adapted and integrated into the current metagame are actually quite phenomenal. So I'm bringing back some of the stuff that I used to do before, I was even on YouTube, before I even knew it. You could go to tournaments, and of course, you might think, oh, it's just like beginner strategies. It's not beginner strategies; it's almost a beginner approach to it, mixed in with some strategies. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see how it goes against the Foxes because I feel like if I can beat Fox, I can be the best in the world, bar none.
What do you think about Falco though? What if Mango or Dr. PP decide to go Falco and you perhaps?
I think Manga going Falco wouldn't be the best idea for him. From our previous friendly sets, he's definitely a lot better at the matchup with Fox. And
Shots fired.
I think he knows his Fox is slightly better than his Falco at this point. I know he basically plays a Fox Falco Falcon, but yeah, don't go Falco. But PP on the other hand, he is, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure everyone thinks he's right now the best Falco. Just he's very incredible textbook player, and him beating me at tipped off 9. Yeah, that was the first time we played since Big House 3, if I recall correctly. I might be wrong on that, but yeah, and Big House 3 along with the TFC, that was a great time for me because in that whole period and NCR as well, a lot of 2013, I was playing just incredibly. I was able to finally like go to the next level that I used to be at. Went back in like maybe the pound 4 kind of times when me and Mango would get top 2 at every single tournament we went to, pretty much. But players adapted, they figured it out, and I'm happy for them because I had to adapt right back. It makes it more exciting. Obviously, it's more of a challenge. Um, but yeah.
That's absolutely awesome to hear. I'm very glad that. A lot of people are asking me your thoughts on Leffen.
Oh, he's I think he's the number 6 right now because
Mhm.
it to be proven that you're part of the I guess the upper echelon. I think you have to like just win. You have to beat like all the top players at least once, or at least beat a couple or of the top players like twice. You can't you know, beating them once is very. I commend him for it. Me, beating Armada, that was great stuff. But if he can do it again and show the consistency and show that he can truly keep up, um, then I'm easily going to say he's number six right now. But yeah, I think he has potential to break through, be number five, number four. He can definitely go up there. He's a great player.
Now here comes the other question though. What do you think of him as a person?
I'm cool with him. I'm gonna get some hate with that, but I hung out with a guy at Apex, and we heard sides of the story. He's a nice kid. He just I think he enjoys being the villain at times, but I'm entertained by it pretty much, so it's all good. Because yeah, I respect how he plays that well, and he's not really too much of a he's not arrogant towards me really, and I think he's riding the fame. He's enjoying it right now, and hopefully he can do something with it, and break through. Maybe he can be the best one day. Who knows?
That's a great way to put it. That's a great way to put it. Personally, I think he has a very interesting anime hairstyle.
Yeah, he looks like a villain for sure. He has like that kind of like if you were reading a manga, it would be like all black, like the whole like 6 panels of black. You would turn the page and just see Leffen just like look like that, and his hair like that. It's definitely some anime crap that he could be in. But I just think hairstyles and clothing styles, they're different in Europe, and they have a lot of different kinds of things they appreciate there. It's nice to like and see people from around the world. That's one of the reasons I love going to like international tournaments and like seeing just people from around the world and seeing what they're like. Different cultures, different ways to talk to each other. It's really interesting always.
Totally agreed, man. Totally agreed. I think that all the tournaments, all the international tournaments that we're hosting right now, will definitely bring out a lot more of the international presence into the tournaments. And hopefully, I was talking to this on the State of Brawl podcast the other day. I really hope that one day we can have all of our community. I mean, all of our community, not just North America. Even though North America is essential for Smash, I feel there's so many more Smash players, not just in North America, but everywhere else. I feel that if we get to a point where we can call the Smash community an actual one Smash community, not just divide it into, create more gaps and bridges between the communities, and I think that all the tournaments we're hosting right now and all the content we're creating is helping towards that to bridge our community together.
Yeah, no, for sure. I know that Smash is just growing around the world still, and I want to like see. I think it would be really cool if random countries that weren't exactly huge, maybe Argentina or maybe like Norway or something, or the German scene, maybe a scene in China if there's a scene there. I want to see them be like, hey, we're hosting a tournament here. Anyone who's good, it can come, because I'm sure there's good players like any corner you look for. They haven't been in the spotlight because again they weren't aware of how the scene is, how it works now. But within due time, it should reach a Warband mark. I'm pretty sure.
In 20XX, when Melee is an esport, a recognizable esport, bigger than League of Legends, the South Koreans attacked.
Don't tease me like that, man.
They picked up Fox and just pushed buttons on you, and you couldn't do anything else.
Oh my god.
20XX, the attack of the Koreans.
I don't know why, but I'm always working on my Fox, my Falco, like constantly. Every time I play Jigs, I always play Fox and Falco as well, as if I'm going to use them in turn one day. But I know I probably won't. But they're a lot of fun, and I beat everyone I played with them. Just kidding. They get wrecked a lot, but they're fun to play. They're fun characters. Jigglypuff requires a lot of just focus and concentration, and just going through with it.
You have to make sure to pop through things, huh?
Of course, you always need a little diversity in your life, a little bit of variability.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome to hear. So what do you think is Jigglypuff's top 3 hardest matchups and your mentality?
Fox, and I think Fox. That was it. Yeah.
Nothing else.
No, I'm kidding. I don't even think Fox. It's between Fox and Ice Climbers, and of course I'm biased, obviously, and that's not surprising to anyone. But I think Fox and Ice Climbers are definitely in conjunction his two worst matchups. After that, it's hard to say, but I think Yoshi might be his third worst matchup. So we'll have to see.
That's awesome. I'm very glad you're working on them. Now I remember this one post I read on Reddit. I'm gonna try to remember correctly. It said when the Smash Bros. Community was one big community. No. When the Smash Bros. Country or world or something like that was unified, the 20XX region attack or something like that. When everyone needed the avatar, he wouldn't attend tournaments. He was the master of all top tiers. And when we needed him the most, he stopped attending tournaments and retired. I found this Floridian player called Hungrybox stuck in a platform in Dreamland,
Oh man.
and even though he can't play all the top tiers at top level, he can play pop pretty damn well. I believe he can master all the top tiers and save us from the 20XX region.
Oh
His
man.
his name was called Hungrybox, and he's the last Airbender.
People have too much spare time, man.
Oh my god, this
Oh
post.
man. I don't know if I didn't really follow you there, man, but I do remember that Reddit post. I would love to be an airbender, just to kind of like and just like make everything go my way. Um, you're gonna hate me, but I've never watched like that show seriously. I just saw an episode here and there, but I've never watched The Last Airbender.
I would totally recommend this show to you. It looks like a kids show from
I'm
from
not big on
outside.
anime. That's why I just like I like TV dramas. Like Breaking Bad, of course, was just and
Uh, let let me
I'm gonna
tell
get
you
into it. Yeah.
let me tell you one thing, man. Jason said to me that he didn't want to watch one of my show recommendations one day. In Mexico, I forced him. When I say force him, I used his computer and told him to watch it, and I will give him money. That's
What?
that's my reference to forcing someone.
Oh
So I did
man,
that. So I did that, and Jason, after 12 episodes, he was like, "This is a masterpiece. I never thought this would be this good. I'm so surprised."
what show is that?
That was Madoka, Magic Girl, and then
Yeah.
I show him Hunter x Hunter, right? Isaiah always told Isaiah always
Oh,
told MTK to watch Hunter x Hunter throughout the years, and he never did it. I forced him down to finally do it again.
you
I
pay him
told
money?
I told him I will give him $10 if he watch 100 episodes.
Oh my god!
With
And he
how
watched it.
with how Mutikin is, he did it.
You just gave him money. Oh my
I
god,
didn't give him
so
money
funny.
though. I promised him money after for doing cool things, and then I don't give him the money because I'm like, you should be thankful I show you that.
Oh man.
So after scamming Jason in that way, he told me Hunter x Hunter is the best thing I've ever watched. I'm so surprised. This is awesome. It's so good. He read the whole manga. He watched 140 episodes. He's like, this is the best thing ever.
How often does he watch anime?
Well, he travels a lot, so yeah. What are you gonna do in 5 hours in the bus?
That's true. Maybe I should start watching anime on a bus. That's probably how it would help it. But how quickly does he read it? Does he read manga?
I don't know. You will have to ask him. I don't think it's often.
Okay. I don't read or watch either, but I probably will.
Listen, Hungrybox. If you watch Hunter x Hunter before MLG and you get to like a decent episode, now trust me. I'm pretty sure that the way the characters solve certain situations in the game will give you more tools to beat out space animals. And
I don't
I'm
know why,
shitty.
but some of the things you say to me make me laugh so hard, man. I think it's because you're Chilean. I understand your humor. It's just like, oh my god.
Listen, I'm shitting you not. Shitting you not. I'm not. And you have to understand. You have to understand. Like Yoda will say it. I shit you not. I'm pretty sure that if you watch Hunter x Hunter, you will learn how to, beat spaces in different ways. You will learn that.
Oh my
Well,
god, zero. All right, I might just do that. I'll see. I have an internship this summer, so I'll see. But Hunter x Hunter is a Japanese manga series written by Yoshiro Togayashi. Um, let's see how many episodes are there. It's 125. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I can catch up on time.
yeah, you will. You will.
Oh man,
Man, just be a nerd like me. Just one random Tuesday, you'll do it.
I got too much engineering to study, but in the summer I'll probably do it
No Johns, no Johns.
along with Game of Thrones. I'll see.
Listen. If you don't do anything just one day and you just watch anime, trust me, your life will change.
Oh no, I trust me. I did. I used to. I watched Cowboy Bebop, and Inuyasha, and I think Yu Yu Hakusho, the Adult Swim ones.
Wait, 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 wait,
Awesome.
wait, 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 wait. You like Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yeah, and I like FLCL because it was short and really cool.
All right. What
Yeah.
if I told you Yu Yu Hakusho is is created by the same person who made Hunter x Hunter?
Then I'd probably be like, that's pretty cool, man, and move on with my
Yeah, did
life.
you know that Yu Yu Hakusho was actually a before Hunter x Hunter, and a lot of things that are in Yu Yu Hakusho are also present in Hunter X because Hunter X was the main project for Togashi. So he's like, this is the thing he wants to be the most successful at.
Dude, you know what I'm gonna do really quick?
Huh?
You know what I'm gonna do really quick?
What? What is this? Oh man.
There we go. All right.
Oh my God, we got this.
That's.
We got the Hispanic side right here.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna be Hispanic and do your jokes too, I gotta make sure I also.
Your guys are gonna listen to this at serious stream first.
It might be a little out of tune because I tuned in my own thing, but. Yeah. I mean, I always wanted to know how to play, but it's difficult at times. It's like I never learned. I just like mess around, kind of like with piano, and then from there it's just like it's pretty simple, but it's fun. I recommend anyone that like has an outlet to basically like play music or learn it. I've always wanted to learn guitar, but I know I can't play it all. But I can sing every once in a while. But I'm not gonna sing now. I don't think. But I'm in like choir and acapella. It's a lot of fun too, and like regardless of what you do, I always recommend music to be any kind of outlet pretty much, and like the fact that you can sort of there's so many artists who make stuff. There's always like something for everyone, and so definitely like use music at most parts. Sometimes I listen to music when I play Smash, but that doesn't always work. It backfires certain times. I played maybe horrible with it. I remember I used like what's it called headphones on a
Earphones?
match. I used like headphones like on a stream against like PP for instance and or Leffen rather, and I lost the first game pretty badly. But then like when I took them off, I started playing a lot better and I get to focus a lot more. So it depends at times. It depends like what mood you're in, pretty much.
Mm, personally, I'm more of a fan of using closed ear headphones and to focus more on the game sound than listen to music. I think that listening to music will make me play more aggressive or defensive on certain points.
Yeah, it all depends. It's all like maybe it may or may not work.
I see. Well, now that you were talking about guitar, I've always wanted to try to learn to play piano, but hey, man.
Yeah, I mean it's just fine. But I know we're getting a little off topic here on a tangent, and it is about Smash. But
People are
I
loving it. People are loving it, man. People love to know the people behind the controllers. They don't only
yeah.
single out the game. So yeah, it's okay, man.
When we all have like basically we all have lives outside of Smash as well, and balancing them is always important. I'm finishing up my I'm finishing. I think another year and a half maybe to finish up my engineering degree, and then from there I'll try to get a job somewhere. I might work in Arizona depending on how things go this summer. So I'll see what happens.
What would you do if Smash got so big to the point where you can make a solid living and salary off of it? What will happen?
If that ever did happen, I mean, I don't know. It depends, like what my like, what's it called? What my schedule is like. It's I would see like what contract is offered in terms of like maybe how big the game would get. Like, it's hard to really say because people have passions and Smash is my passion, but like I feel like I've been in school for so long, I wanted to do something as well. So I always think like actual profession is always a good thing to fall back on. But if we got to that point, of course I would go after it in any way I could. It's all about being safe and having a good stability to your life. You know what I mean?
So hopefully Smash gets to that point. Like it's like how in League of Legends, it's a pretty big game right now. Just to say it in a very modest way. And Team Courage has a professional team in the League Championship Series, the LCS. Team Courage, and players get paid pretty well there. They get paid rent for necessities and pretty big salaries, man, on the 10K range as well per team
Yeah.
member. Mm.
It all depends on I guess your streamer viewership and what kind of personal sponsorship you have. There's a lot of factors that go into it, but I know definitely for like League and Dota, they always accommodate their players very well, and they've always what I've seen, they always play give their players really great perks, and so I'm excited to see all the ways I can work with them. It's gonna be a good time for sure.
I know, and one thing I've always said about Smash in general, or just stuff in general, if we had the chance to do certain activities we like to do or we enjoy doing, and we didn't have to worry about paying rent, paying for food or anything. We just had access to that. It didn't matter. We would just have them, and our only purpose was to focus on this one activity we like. I think we will have a lot of really awesome people at a lot of different activities. Because there's a lot of people that I know that have a lot of talent in things, but because of life issues or other stuff, they can't really do that activity too much, so they can't really develop in that.
All right.
Imagine if Smash was able to, provide that for every player. Imagine, for example, Wishdrop had the chance to, attend every tournament and just dedicate himself to Smash. That kid will do some damage. Like, oh
Um,
man.
yeah, that's like kind of like the infinite monkey, infinite typewriter, like kind of paradox sort of thing. Because
Hmm.
it's like given this much time and given infinite resources, and if people really that all alternate play it, would someone eventually become the perfect player, or was that a thing that would never happen? Would it ever get to the point that a person, because people for the love of the game, they do allocate a lot of time and resources into it, and that's why they get really good. And that's why you have pro players nowadays. So I think the people who are already good, it's because they were able to put enough time into it, and perhaps it wouldn't be so different from it is now. Because if every player was given this opportunity, the skill levels would come out, people would adapt, and there's so many factors that go into the game and winning versus matchups versus knowing your player versus knowing your character, knowing timing, adapting, keeping your focus, staying calm, patience. There's so many things that go into the game that even if you were to play it at a constant basis, there's some qualities that only certain players can have, and that's what separates the good from the great, pretty much.
I see, man. So now we're going around the 40-minute mark, man. I know that you have to do some stuff, so
Yeah,
I don't wanna keep your, I don't wanna get on your way. But
yeah. Let me
regardless,
just actually, I'll if you need me to go, it's fine. I'll ask my friend and see how much longer I can stay. But if not, I just give me 1 second.
okay. Alright guys, if you guys have any type of questions you guys want to ask to Hungrybox, you can tweet me at CT_0 so I can check some, since the screen is frozen, I can dedicate more time to reading them. At the same time, any other questions on the chat, I'm also reading them as well. Shoutouts to D1 for watching the stream. Shoutouts to Wishrub as well, Plop as well. Thank you guys very much.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm
what's up?
back. Hey, so yes, I can stream for some time longer.
Okay, cool, cool.
Yeah.
So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask you 3 more questions from the chat, and then you can have the microphone for yourself to say a couple things to the stream chat if you want, or anything about
All right.
yourself. All right, how
Yeah.
about that?
I'll try and answer some people on the stream too. I'm looking for. So if you
Okay.
have questions, ask them now.
Okay, man. Thank you. All right, guys. So we have 3 questions for Hungrybox. Whatever you guys want, I'll try to pick the most decent ones. Obviously, I don't want those questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. I'm waiting for. Okay. So first question from Shadow subscriber. So you are gonna start teaming with Chillin, dude. From your fellow team partner.
I believe that's one of the things they wanted. I'm definitely open to the idea, and I want to team with him. I'll just
Hmm.
have to see how that factors in. It's not actually something we discussed too much, so I'm sure we'll talk it over with Team Curse and see how that works out. But for instance, my best synergy, and for the sake of giving the team good results, my best synergy is with Plup. And Mewtwo King's also a very good team player, so it all depends what they're allowed to do. I'm sure at some tournaments I would love to team with Chillin. We teamed before. We did pretty well. So I'll see what happens with that. I'm definitely open to it for sure, though.
Awesome. Now we have a question coming from the one and only D1. D1 is asking, HBox, is there anything you can discuss regarding your Curse sponsorship? How does that benefit you as a Smasher?
I feel like the fact that Curse is giving me this opportunity, I feel like I'll be able to attend more tournaments now.
Hmm.
I feel like with the fact that I'm going to stream more and they're going to promote it, I can maybe get more people to come to my area and play as well. If I promote it locally, I can actually introduce more people to the game. So, and I'm going to be streaming on a Zulu, and a Zulu is a different streaming website other than Twitch, and it's got amazing features on it as well. So I feel like a lot of PC gamers do watch on the Zulu already. So me showing them Smash will be a change of pace for them. I think it's something they would enjoy for sure. That's how it benefits the community, and I guess the way it benefits me, it's there's still like Smash is a whole new thing for the company. It's not at the point where with like League or Dota where they have a house and you can live there and just play like Dota or League and just like hash out games with top players. And Smash isn't online as well either. So anything you do in Smash for the most part for Melee is in person. But what they can do is help me attend more tournaments, help fly me out to more tournaments, for instance, and they can help promote me as a player. So I'm more well known, and I can have more impact on myself in the scene. So it's a lot of things that can go well with it for sure.
That's awesome. So we'll see a lot more content of your own brand.
Yes,
Hungrybox.
lots of creative content. I'll be making more videos and hoping to show my side of the mentality to the game, and hopefully learn a thing or two as well.
Awesome, man. It's very, very, very awesome to hear. I'm pretty sure your fans will greatly enjoy that, and your potential new fans as well. Greatly, greatly. I will make sure to subscribe to all your stuff, man. So just hit me up with the links, man. I'll get you got me with your support.
For sure.
All right, man. Awesome. So now we're here with the final question. What are your thoughts on Smash 4?
Well, I kind of want to. I hope it gets released late as it can because I just want to. I want to. If it is like something that could take Melee off its reins, I'd rather it come in later. But I know it won't take Melee off its reins. I know it won't be similar to Melee, and I think it will be similar to Brawl. Still, it'll be more. It'll be like, if anything, like 75% Brawl, 25% Melee. I think when I've seen the videos and how they handled sort of things, the Brawl approach got them a lot of money. And as you said, Nintendo is first and foremost a company, so they want to do what makes the most money. But they did do a really good nod towards competitive play. I got really excited, not going to lie, when I saw the whole FD only, no items option. I don't think chain grabs like Marth overthrowing Fox over and over won't be as much of an issue in this game. I know a lot of people were freaking out already, and they were like, "Oh no, it's going to be Mutual King Stadium." Like, I don't know. It's not, you have no idea how the game's going to work. Who is to say you can even chain grab people? You know what I mean? So people are making too many assumptions too early. But I'll definitely give it a try. I'll give both a try. I'm going to get a 3DS. I already have a Wii U bought for the game for its purpose. I bought it during Christmas. And yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to it only because they're always improving, and I'll see what happens. I'm open to anything.
Awesome, man. I'm very glad to know all of that. Then, I wish you the best of luck in the upcoming tournaments and the best of everything for your new sponsorship as well, man.
Thanks, man. I just want to give you a shout out as well. The fact that you're able to have a good stream running and you got so good at Melee already, and the fact that you're so like worldwide dominant in Brawl. I remember watching the first stream where you came to the United States, and I was like basically like pretty blown away at the fact that you could be so dominant from playing online. So you earned it, man. You've done really, really good, and I'm right there with you. And I'm happy for everything you do on your accomplishments, pretty much. So keep on playing, man. Your Fox is getting really, really good. And also, shout out to my sponsor, of course. Anyone, I'll ask them earlier, Nissan and the Energems and Team Curse. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm really happy to be part of this, and I'm hoping to excel in the future.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the comments towards me. I'll be practicing a lot of Melee actually because of MLG, CEO, and Evo. I'm going to all these tournaments as well, so I hope to do as well as I can, man. Who knows? Maybe, maybe that'll be my weekend. Who knows?
For sure. I mean, it's all a learning process, pretty much.
Yeah.
But you'll be fine, man. You got this.
Definitely is. Also, thank you very much for spending time here in the interview. You gave some great insight. I'm very thankful for that, man. We also got a lot of donations during this time around. I'll make sure to update them as of right now. Also,
Awesome.
I commend you for your professional attitude and playing. So, man, I hope you have a great night for what's left for you.
All right, man. I hope you have a good night. All right. Keep on staying awake to get some energy drinks and don't fall asleep. You got
I have some energy bars and anything. I'm wide awake right now too.
14 hours to go, pretty much.
Yep, I'm ready for it. My body's ready, as Reggie will say.
All right, man. I'll see you, dude.
All right, Hungry. Take care, man. Thank you.
Later.